Listen up, because what I'm about to lay out isn't some flowery nonsense dreamed up by some marketing drone in a glass tower. This is for the men who understand that steel frames and reliable mechanics matter more than a fancy logo. We are standing on the edge of a logistical cliff, boys. By 2026, if the crystal ball is right, centerfire ammo prices? Forget about it. They'll be pricing out the average working man. If you're still arguing about 6.5 Creedmoor versus the 308 on some internet forum, you're focusing on the wrong damn fight. The elites already know. The Rimfire caliber isn't kids' play anymore. It's mutated into something surgical. If you think training with a lesser cartridge is cheating, you're committing financial suicide. I'm cutting through the hype, digging into the actual metal, the proven performance, and telling you which systems are going to keep your skills sharp when the supply chain chokes. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about training rifles. Grey Birch Foundation. If you want a platform that drags the classic concept of the semi-automatic rimfire rifle kicking and screaming into the modern tactical age, we're dissecting the Foundation series from Grey Birch Solutions. This ain't just some cheap plastic dress-up kit slapped onto a 60-year-old action. We're looking at an aerospace-grade aluminum chassis system, rebuilt from the ground up for the serious shooter who demands zero flex and absolute modularity from his training tool. In the heart of this beast is its solid block aluminum chassis, 6161 T6, which provides a bedding surface so rigid and consistent that old-school polymer or wood stocks look like flexible junk when they hit long strings of fire. What really pushes this platform into the tactical category is its engineering interface. They aren't selling you some useless proprietary rail. You get a full-length ARCA rail integrated directly into the bottom of the handguard. That's crucial for modern PRS-style bipod and tripod mounts, letting you lock down stable positions even when you're not on a dedicated bench. On the sides, you have clean, precision-machined M-lock slots, ready for your weapon lights, IR illuminators, or barricade stops. But the finisher is the folding stock mechanism. It isn't some flimsy hinge. It locks up with the solidity of a bank vault, giving you that ultimate low-profile weapon for the truck or the pack, which still delivers a perfect, repeatable cheek weld when you deploy it. Pair that match-grade tensioned barrel with a crisp aftermarket trigger tuned to around 2 pounds, and you've got a semi-automatic that can actually stand toe-to-toe with high-end bolt guns in terms of raw precision. It's incredibly light, weighing well under 6 pounds unloaded, but it feels substantial and professional in the hand because of that precision machining. This is for the operator who wants his rimfire trainer to feel and function exactly like his high-end short-barreled rifle or his suppressed personal carbine. The Grey Birch Foundation is the new gold standard in the rimfire world. It lets you practice your transitions, point, your movement, and your unconventional shooting positions for a fraction of the ammunition cost of 5.56, all while maintaining the same ergonomic feel of a service weapon system. While this chassis monster demands a serious investment for training consistency, the next rifle is the absolute opposite end of the spectrum, relying on mass production to get the job done. Point. Smith & Wesson M and P1522. Now, if we're going to talk about the philosophy completely opposite of a custom chassis build, we have to look at the rifle that basically defined the tactical rimfire category for the last decade, and that many purists hate to admit actually works. The Smith & Wesson M and P1522 is the answer to a very specific and brutally important question. What if a shooter could master every single manipulation of a standard AR-15 without the crushing cost of ammo, the heavy recoil, or the intimidation factor? This isn't just some cheap conversion kit slapped onto a rifle it was never meant for. This is a dedicated rimfire platform built from the foundation up to be a force multiplier for your skills. The reason this rifle has been a staple in police training and civilian ranges for over 10 years is because every control is exactly where your muscle memory expects it to be. We're talking the ambidextrous safety, the magazine release, the bolt catch, and even the charging handle. They all operate with the same manual of arms as your service-grade rifle. It's unbelievably light, weighing only 5.5 pounds unloaded, making it perfect for high-speed transition drills where you're moving between multiple targets at variable distances. It features a 16.5-inch barrel with a 1-in-16 twist, fed by those iconic 25-round magazines that lock and drop free, just like a standard 5.56 magazine. That's something many cheap copies fail to replicate. But here's where it gets serious for the tactical shooter. The top end of this rifle features a full-length Picatinny rail. That means you can mount the same red dot, the same magnifier, or the same iron sights you trust on your home defense or patrol rifle. Agencies choose this platform because you can burn 500 rounds in a single afternoon for a fraction of the price of centerfire ammo. That means you're getting thousands of repetitions on your reloads, your malfunction clearances, and your positional shooting without developing a flinch or anticipation to recoil, all at an accessible price point. You aren't just buying a 2-2 brother, you're buying a dedicated trainer that ensures your fundamentals are sharp as a razor when the time finally comes to pull the trigger on your big bore gun. It's all about those repetitions, and the 1522 gives you more of them for less money than almost anything else out there. But if you want to step up from basic polymer function to world-class reliability and machining tolerances, the next rifle is where the real expense starts. Ruger Precision Rimfire. When Ruger first announced they were scaling down their legendary precision rifle series to the 2.2 long rifle caliber, a lot of industry skeptics thought the format simply wouldn't translate, that it would be a watered-down version. They were dead wrong, folks. The Ruger Precision Rimfire is a full-size, heavy-duty tactical chassis rifle that just happens to be chambered in a rimfire cartridge. This isn't a scaled-down toy. It's a purpose-built trainer designed to provide the exact same ergonomics and features that made its big-bore brother a dominant force in the long-distance world. The architecture here is all about adjustability and biometric fit. You're looking at a fully adjustable competition-style stock where you can fine-tune your length of pull and comb height with a single lever, ensuring your eye is perfectly aligned behind high magnification glass every single time. The barrel is an 18-inch cold hammer-forged masterpiece, threaded 1-in-6.5 or 1-in-8, floating freely inside a 15-inch M-lock handguard. This lets you mount all your barricade stops, bipods, and night vision clip-ons exactly as you would on a 6.5 Creedmoor platform without pressure affecting the barrel harmonics. But here's the technical detail that serious shooters love and what separates this rifle from the junk. Ruger designed this bolt action with a bolt throw adjustment. Big boy. You can actually change the bolt throw from a short rimfire cycle to a full 3-inch throw that mimics a standard short-action centerfire rifle. That's a game changer for tactical training because it forces you to run the bolt with the same physical effort and movement you would use on a 308 or a 6.5. The trigger is the Ruger Marksman Adjustable, which you can tune yourself from 2.25 pounds up to 5 pounds, giving you that clean, crisp break you need for those long-range precision shots. At an accessible price, this rifle provides a rock-solid platform for positional shooting, whether you're prone, kneeling, or balanced on a barricade. It has proven capable of sub-minute of angle accuracy beyond 100 yards, so making it the perfect entry point for anyone serious about getting into NRL 22 or PRS-style competitions without mortgaging their home. While the Ruger Precision is designed to mimic centerfire handling, the next rifle moves us squarely into European engineering where tolerances are everything. SWB 1854 Stealth Hunter. The renaissance of lever-action rifles isn't a passing fad. It's the recognition that in certain hostile environments, mechanical simplicity trumps rate of fire. Smith & Wesson has taken this philosophy and injected it with tactical steroids into the 1854 Stealth Hunter model. Forget the walnut stocks and blued finishes that rust if you look at them wrong. Here, we are facing a beast forged from 416 stainless steel, a material chosen specifically for its corrosion resistance and ability to maintain structural integrity under extreme pressure. Smith & Wesson understood that the modern shooter doesn't want a museum piece. He wants a tool capable of operating in the mud, snow, and blood without failing. The integration of a polymer handguard with M-lock slots is the turning point that separates this rifle from the nostalgic competition. This isn't aesthetics, it's pure functionality. It lets you mount infrared illuminators, high candela flashlights, or vertical grips without resorting to duct tape or precarious adapters. The 16.3 or 3-inch barrel comes factory threaded, a critical feature for 2026, where suppressor use is becoming the standard for preserving hearing in confined spaces or during home defense. Imagine launching a subsonic .44 Magnum round through a suppressor with this system. That's the definition of discrete lethal force. Furthermore, the sighting system is a utilitarian design masterclass. They've installed an XS adjustable ghost ring on the rear and a front blade with tritium and fiber optic. This means whether you are under the scorching desert sun or in the twilight of a dense forest, your sights will glow with nuclear clarity. The action has been polished to remove the typical grit of new lever guns, and the lever loop is large enough to be operated with thick winter gloves. With a capacity of 8 rounds in pistol calibers, the Stealth Hunter positions itself as the ultimate truck gun, a piece of gear that won't fail you when the electronics and batteries of your other weapons have died. While this classic design emphasizes reliability over speed, the next entry is pure, overbuilt, battle-proven AR efficiency. Daniel Defense DD M4B7. We now arrive at what many consider the gold standard and others an overhyped scam, the Daniel Defense DD M4 or P7. But let's set the cynicism aside and analyze the engineering, because there's a reason this rifle remains the benchmark against which all other AR-15s are measured. The heart of this machine is its 16-inch cold hammer forged barrel. This manufacturing process not only aligns the molecular structure of the steel for absurd durability, but guarantees a barrel life exceeding 20,000 rounds with minimal degradation of accuracy. If you plan to train seriously in 2026, you need a barrel that can take the thermal abuse, and Daniel Defense delivers precisely that. The mid-length gas system is where the technical magic happens. Unlike the shorter, more violent carbine systems, the mid-length system reduces gas port pressure and smooths out the bolt cycle. This translates to less wear on the locking lugs, less fatigue on the extractor, and crucially, a much softer recoil impulse that allows for surgical follow-up shots. The 15-inch MFR handguard is a piece of aerospace engineering, lightweight, rigid, and featuring a lockup system that ensures your lasers and optics hold zero, even if you use the rifle as a baseball bat. However, we must talk about the proprietary ergonomics. The Daniel Defense stock and grip, with their textured rubber overmolding, are either loved or hated. But from a tactical perspective, that rubber offers unparalleled purchase when your hands are covered in sweat, oil, or biological fluids. The flared magazine well facilitates reloads under extreme stress, minimizing human error when adrenaline strips away your fine motor skills. It's true, you pay a premium for the brand, but you are buying obsessive quality control. In a scenario where you cannot afford a feed failure or a firing pin breakage, the DD-M4B7 is the most reliable life insurance you can buy. Moving from premium components to democratized precision, the next entry redefined affordable excellence. Ruger American Gen 2. For years, the Ruger American line was synonymous with functional but cheap. It was the rifle you bought when you couldn't afford something better. But with Generation 2, Ruger has slapped the competition across the face and left them reeling. They took every complaint, every failure, and every corner where they cut costs in the first generation and rebuilt it with a quality that has no business existing in this price bracket. The most significant change is the CNC machined 3-lug bolt with a 70-degree throw. This isn't trivial. By reducing the opening angle, they move your knuckles away from the scope ocular, allowing for lower mounts and much faster operation under pressure. The barrel is another quantum leap. We're talking a cold hammer-forged tube with a deep spiral rifling. Many will think this is just cosmetics to look tactical, but physics tells us otherwise. It increases surface area for heat dissipation and adds structural rigidity without increasing weight. Plus, it comes with a radial muzzle brake installed from the factory that domesticates the recoil shockingly well, making powerful calibers feel like toys. The stock, which used to be floppy, embarrassing plastic, is now a rigid polymer with a modular system of cheek risers and spacers. This lets you adjust comb height to align your eye perfectly with the optic, critical for consistent precision. What Ruger has done here is democratize precision at a price point hovering around $729. You get a rifle that competes in performance with guns costing triple. The compatibility with AI Accuracy International type magazines in certain models and the drastic improvement in the Cerakote finish mean this rifle is ready for real abuse in the field. If you're a hunter who scoffs at spending money unnecessarily but demands lethal results, the Ruger American Gen 2 is the tool that's going to fill your freezer in 2026, while the elitists are still saving up for their boutique rifles. We now move back to the world of precision rimfire bolt guns, focusing on European engineering superiority. Tikka T1X MTR. When talking about Finnish precision engineering, one name rises above the rest for delivering custom shop accuracy at a production line price, and that is Tikka. The T1X MTR, or Match Tactical Rimfire, is where European craftsmanship meets the cold, hard demands of the modern tactical shooter. This isn't a rifle built just to look the part. It was built to dominate the rimfire precision battlefield, with a level of consistency that is frankly frustrating for the guys shooting gear that costs 3 times as much and can't group as well. The heart of this rifle is an action so silky smooth it feels like it's running on oil-bathed ball bearings. We're talking a 60-degree bolt lift that is fast, intuitive, and stays well clear of your high magnification optics, even when wearing thick tactical gloves. The barrel is a 20-inch medium-heavy profile, cold hammer forged piece specifically designed for the MTR series. It perfectly balances the rifle, giving you enough mass to dampen the little recoil there is while remaining light enough to hump through a competition in the woods all day. But the real reason the T1X is a legend in the NRL 22 base class is its baseline performance expectation. With quality match ammunition, this rifle doesn't just shoot sub-minute of angle occasionally, it does it shot after shot, group after group as a standard requirement. The trigger is adjustable and breaks like a glass rod at approximately 2 pounds straight out of the box, with zero creep to distract you from your wind calls. The MTR configuration adds a full-length Picatinny rail for rock-solid optic mounting and an asymmetric grip pattern that locks your hand in place, whether you're shooting from a prone position or a high-angle barricade. For the shooter who wants zero gimmicks and zero flash, just boringly repeatable accuracy, the Tikka T1X MTR is the professional's choice. It proves that manufacturing discipline and tight tolerances matter more than fancy marketing every day of the week. While the Tikka is pure consistency, point. The next rifle proves that Rimfire can wear a tactical chassis and look every bit the part of a big bore rifle. Bergara B14R Steel Trainer. If you're a serious long-range shooter, you've probably heard of the Bergara B14 series, which has become the go-to choice for anyone wanting Remington 700 compatibility without the custom shop price tag. But when Bergara released the B14R, they didn't just make a 2-2 long rifle, they built a trainer in the purest, most brutal sense of the word. This rifle is a 1-to-1 scale clone of a full-size, short-action centerfire rifle. That means every single thing you do on this platform, from how you grip the stock to how you manipulate the bolt, transfers directly to your competition or service big bore rifle with zero translation error. The standout feature here is the weight and physical footprint. We chose the steel barrel version for this list because the added mass brings the rifle up to a substantial 9+ pounds before you even add glass or a bipod. When you get behind this weapon, it feels exactly like a .308 or a 6.5 Creedmoor. The action is built on the Remington 700 footprint, which is the most supported platform in the world. That means you can swap the stock for any high-end chassis, drop in a TriggerTech or G7 trigger, and use the same optic mounts you already own. It's a modular masterpiece that lets you replicate your primary rifle down to the last screw. The barrel is a cold-forged 18-inch steel unit that is threaded and crowned for competition. But the real secret sauce is the magazine system. Bergara designed a proprietary 10-round magazine that has the external dimensions of a full-size ACS short-action magazine. Why does that matter? Because it means your magazine changes feel identical to a centerfire rifle. You are practicing that high-stress reload with the exact same physical movements, the same reach, and the same tactile feedback, all with a sub-minute of angle guarantee and the ability to digest high-end match ammunition like a champion. The B14R steel trainer isn't just a rimfire. It's a professional development tool that pays for itself in a few months of saved ammunition costs. This is the ultimate no-excuses rifle for the shooter who wants to be the best in the business. Next up, we ditch the bolt guns entirely for a true AR platform that feels like the real deal. Point. These rifles are the evolution we've been waiting for. They are the path to keeping your skills honed when centerfire gets too rich for your blood. They are tools, not toys. I want to see blood in the comments now. Are you running one of these rigs for competition, or are you still clinging to your grandpa's outdated calibers? Do you trust the absolute point, proven reliability of a cold hammer-forged steel barrel? Or are you convinced that wrapped carbon fiber is just vanity? Defend your purchase or admit you were wrong. If this deep technical dive saved your wallet from mediocre equipment, hammer that like button. It's the only way to tell the algorithm we demand real content. Subscribe and ring that bell, because next time we meet, it might be too late to learn what I have to teach you about surviving the ammo crunch. Stay sharp, brother.